The suspect surrounded in this van. Police waited, watched, and planned.
Our sheriff's SWAT team approached and cleared the van and determined the suspect sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Police say this man, 72-year-old Hu Can Tran, opened fire with an assault pistol in this dance studio, leaving 5 men and 5 women dead at the scene and more wounded. Less than 30 minutes later, police say he went to another dance hall where he was disarmed and fled in a white van. Hours later, police pulled him over south of Los Angeles.
During the search, several pieces of evidence were found inside the van linking the suspect to both locations in Monterey Park and Alhambra.
What was the motive for this shooter? Did he have a mental illness? Was he a domestic violence abuser? How did he get these guns? And was it through legal means or not?
Monterey Park is more than 65% Asian. This weekend, thousands were out celebrating the Lunar New Year.
I have confidence that we will get over this crisis, because we must. And we will only do so if we do it together as a community.
This is the deadliest shooting in the U.S. since the Uvalde school massacre in Texas last May.
Yet another community has been torn apart by senseless gun violence. All of us in this room and in our country understand this violence must stop.
One familiar refrain after another.
Thoughts and prayers to all the families involved in this. It's a horrible incident for our county.
Beyond the immediate tragedy of so many lives lost, this is the 33rd mass shooting involving 4 or more people and the 5th mass killing in this country so far this year. It's only 3 weeks in. Cameron McIntosh, CBC News, Washington.
And journalist Steve Futterman is in Monterey Park tonight. Steve, there's still a question of motive in this case, as we heard in Cam's story. What are police saying about that?
Police are saying nothing officially right now. They are certainly, though, looking at the possibility that this 72-year-old man, he was an elderly man, the man who fired the gun, who killed 10 people, that he may have known someone in the dance hall that he targeted. And there was a second dance hall he went to that has a connection between there's a connection between the 2 dance halls. So there may have been someone that he was aware of. There may have been a domestic dispute. That's something that officials are focusing in right now, but certainly nothing's been closed. They're looking at every possibility, but certainly a domestic connection is something they're really focusing on, at least tonight, right now.
And this was, as we pointed out, supposed to be a huge celebration weekend. Instead, it's tragedy that is drawing people together. And how are they reacting, Steve?
Well, people woke up this morning in shock. This occurred at around 10:30 last night. Most people went to sleep last night not knowing what had happened. They were getting up today, expecting this to be the second day of the Lunar New Year's festival here in Monterey Park. As you heard before, a very popular festival. Thousands come here every year to take part in the Lunar New Year's festival. So I think the fact that you have a mass murder obviously shocks the community. They have that old reaction. I didn't think it could happen here. But when you add the fact that they were expecting it to be a very festive, wonderful day, and it turns out to be one of the worst days that they can have, I think that just makes this even worse than what you would say a normal mass killing. They are just shocked here. They will get over it. They will recover. But this was not the day they expected this to be. This was supposed to be a day that they would spend with their families and friends and celebrate. It was nothing like that today.
All right, Steve Futterman, thank you.
Thank you.